Hello guys, this is TANEEA KHERAA and today I would be creating this look that you can see on the screen right now. So without further much blabbering, let's get into the video. So let's take that hair off my face. So I'll be putting on an hairband and yeah, so without further much ado, let's get into the video. So the first product that I would be using is this toner from the brand Ordinary. So it's a nice toner. I don't use it on regular basis, but I think I should be using it, and I would be definitely doing a review on it as well. Let me use it for at least 15 days and I'll be coming up with the video. So yeah, with that cotton pad I would be toning my face now. Now that I'm done with the toning, let's move on to the second step, and the second step is moisturization. So for moisturization I'm using this clearance cream sample that actually I got with my previous shopping spree with Sephora. So I just thought of using this moisturizer because I was tired and bored of actually other moisturizers that I have, and yeah, that also gives me a chance to try out this new products and review it them for you people and tell you to buy or not to buy that product. So yeah, applying that moisturizer on my face. Moisturization is a very important step before you apply makeup to give that skin a plumper look. And yes, let's go ahead. So that's the kind of moisturizer amount that I would be using on my face. Ignore the kind of rubbing that I'm doing on my face currently, but I just want all the moisturizer to just seep in my skin deeply. That I'm done with moisturization, let's move on to the other step, and this step is of creating the base. So for base I would be using okay, so before using the base I would be applying this lip balm on my face to just, till the time I reach the end step my lips are all moisturized. I think that's a great tip. So before you start onto your makeup, just apply lip balm onto your face or a plumper, so that by the end of the makeup done your lips are all moisturized up for the lipstick application. Now that I'm done with my lip balm, I will be moving on to another step of creating the base. So for the face, I'm using this product. It's basically a BB cream, BB or CC cream from the brand Oriflame that I bought back in India. Along with that, I would be using this MAC strobe cream in the shade peach. Every details of the products will be linked in the description box below, guys, so do not worry. So I would be actually mixing up this strobe cream with the moisturizer, the CC cream, to make it more creamier and to give that highlighter effect on the skin. And yeah, so let me tell you that CC cream is not very pigmented and it's not full coverage. I'm also using a beauty blender. I'm not sure what brand. I think it's from the brand Colorbar. I had bought it back in India. So I would be using, to spread my base on the face, I will be using this beauty blender. So let's dab on all the base that I have created by mixing the strobe cream and the moisturizer CC cream on the face. I like to put it in this polka dots form, and later on I'll just dab it on with the beauty blender and blend it on. Now let's start dabbing. Dab, that's what we are gonna do till the time all the moisturizer and the strobe cream and the CC cream, everything is just soaked into the skin and it doesn't look very cakey. I would be also concealing post this my under eye area, so I've applied the foundation though, but I would be still concealing my under eyes and my lower chin. So yeah, the final step of dabbing that all foundation on the face. As you can see, there's an extra glow with that help of strobe cream. If you don't have strobe cream, you can use any liquid highlighter. Concealing, I'm using this Maybelline concealer, and it's an amazing concealer. Roll. So you basically, in order to pull out that product from the bottle, you have to just basically roll it out, and that I'm putting it on my eyes now. Oops, that's a lot of amount, but that's okay. It will highlight my under eye area as well, applying it on my lower chin as well, and wherever I feel there is a little bit of darkness, I would apply the concealer on there as well. So now you can see a little more flawless complexion with the help of this concealer. Earlier I used to apply it before my base, like as in the foundation, but now that I feel like it gives more of effect when you apply concealer on top of your foundation. So I have switched my steps. Now that we are done with it, let's move on to the other step. Is basically prepping my eye for the next eyeshadow game that I'm gonna do. So for this I'm gonna use this NARS sample that again I got with some shopping products that I bought from Sephora. Just trying out this primer as well, so that my eyeshadow game sticks onto my eyes. I'll apply a primer and just create a perfect base for that eyeshadow that I'm gonna do. So post primer I'm also gonna apply a little bit of concealer as well to create, so to conceal that darkness on the eyes, upper eyes, and to give it a plain color palette to work on. I'm gonna use the concealer again, little bit of it, not very much. Tap tap tap. As you can see, there's it's all flawless to go ahead with the eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow I'm using this Kat Von D palette. Again, all the details of the palette would be linked in the description box below. So for this look I would be doing the transition shade, the darker shade on the outer part of the eyes, the lighter shade in the inner part, and the highlighter again in the inner corner of the eyes and in below the brows. So I would also swatch these shades onto the hand to show you how it looks like. So I am creating an transition shade with a lighter shade. Just ignore the way I'm handling my brush. So yeah guys, these are the swatches of the shades from the palette. As you can see, the first one is the transition shade, the second is the will go on the outer eyes, the third one will go on the inner eyes, and then the highlighter shade that will go on the inner corners of the eye. So let's continue with our transition shading. This the only review for now that I have this for palette is since it's a matte product, it's a matte palette, but it's very powdery, so you have to dab on the extra product from your brush to basically get rid of the extra product on the brush so that you don't make your eyes look cakey. Now I'm gonna take the darker shade and put it on the outer corners of my eye. It might look patchy initially, but then I will definitely blend it on to mix it with the transition shade and the inner shade beautifully. So as people can see how dark the shade is. It's chocolatey brown, but though it looks patchy, don't worry guys, I'll definitely blend it on. Let's do for the second eye. Now I'll move on to the inner eye shade, which is lighter than the outer brownish shade. So as people can see, I would also overlap it with a dark brown and then again blend it, so that again both the colors don't look patchy and they look very evened out. Since I wouldn't be putting any shade in the middle of the eyes, so we'll have to blend it good. Now let's get the blending game on. So as you people can see, I'm blending both the shades together to create that effect of gradient, that what you said, that gradient effect, and it doesn't look patchy. Now I'm gonna put that lighter highlighter shade in the inner corners of my eye, since the eyeshadow colors are very dark and a little dun and not very bright, so I need to brighten up the eyes, of course. So for that I would be putting the highlighter shade in the inner corners of my eye. So keeping the blending game on, using my Miniso brush, which looks very fancy and does the job as well. So yeah. Now that we are done with the eyes, let me put on some highlight under my brows. For highlight, I'm going to use the Sephora shade under my eyebrows. To highlight my eyebrow bone. And I'm gonna do my inner corners as well with the same highlighter to brighten up all the more. And the next step, that's what I'm gonna do, is take the transition shade and dab it below the waterline of the below eyelid, because I think that's the rule. So I'm taking the Kohl pencil, that's from the brand Colorbar, and I'm gonna move it over my waterline, under eye waterline area, to make my eyes look all the more poppier. And I love kajal, as you say it, Kohl or kajal. And as you people can see, the eyes, it instantly just opens up the eye. So now for the brows, I'm not gonna do much and mess it up, because my brows, I'm using this product from the brand Colorbar. I'm not gonna do much to my brows because they're already very untamed, because I haven't got the chance to go to parlor since 2 months now because of this COVID. I haven't got the chance. COVID, so I'm not gonna touch my brows and make it look all the more messier. Now that we are done with the brows, the next step is, of course, my most favorite part is applying mascara. So this one again is a sample piece from the brand Tarte. So as you people can see the difference between the right and the left eye. I have applied mascara, and the other eye there is no mascara, so mascara actually just opens up the eyes all the more. Now let's moving on to the second eye. So now that we are done with the eyes, let's move on to the powder. So for the final part of you know, perfecting the base, I'm using this product from the brand Lakme. It's basically a powder, tinted powder, I would say. It has a bit of shimmer in it. And this brush, I'm not sure what you call it, but as far as my knowledge is concerned, you call it kabuki brush, and it's from the brand N07. I got it from Dubai. I'm just buffing all the powder onto my face to make my base look all the more smoother. And this brush is so soft, let me tell you that. I just enjoy the feeling of it moving over all my face. So now that our base is perfect as well, let's move on to the bronzing. For bronzing, I'm using this highlighter combo bronzer from the brand Maybelline, and this brush from the brand Real Techniques. It's an angular brush which will help me contour and bronze my cheekbones, my lower chin area, and my upper forehead. So just cut it and blend. That's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna contour or bronze my nose as well to make it look more sharper. So now my next favorite part is highlighting my nose. So that's the best part. So I take generous amount of highlighter and I highlight the bridge of my nose. And then moving on to my cheekbones, highlighting them as well. So I'm using the same highlighter from the brand Sephora that I used earlier to highlight my inner corners of the eye. So moving on to the next step, that's blush. So for blush, again I'm using this brand Maybelline, and again using my mighty fingers and not the brush. Let's put on to the cheeks. So this blush is actually light. Its payoff is not that good, but I'm still okay with it because I'm not the makeup look that I'm trying to create today is not more of blush. It's more of bronzing and that nudish shiny look. So for lipstick, and that's the end part, since all my lips are all prepped up with that lip balm that I had applied in the very first part of my makeup. So I'm gonna use this lip shade from the brand MAC, and it's all party shade. It's very beautiful and a pretty shade with that, you know, dark vampire-ish look kind of thingy. I love dark tones in lipsticks. Yeah, so today I'm going all out with my makeup, with my eyes and with my lipstick. I'm gonna link all the details of the products used in this video in the description box below. So again, this lipstick shade was bought from Dubai, so I'm not sure if it's available in India or any other countries, but I'll still link the name of the shade